light. So let's see if that's, you know, if that's what it takes.
I believe that's a great weight class for him, though.
And
especially now second day.
One thing about Andy is that it's unpredictable if he wants to play bottom or top.
Yeah.
You know, and he wants the bottom. He likes that underhook de la Riva.
And also, I believe because Leonardo has a great guard.
Oh, closing the guard. That's something that we don't see Andy doing it often. But it's a good way to set up his own guards, you know. So if Leonardo stands, Andy might be able to set up a guard a lot tighter, transition to something really good that
has a cross grip right now, Kyle. Maybe he's gonna try to cross that arm. Let's go that grip. Grab. That's deep. Gets a deep collar grip there. Collar and sleeve. Switching between guards. Actually switching grips.
Yeah, going for that arm, huh?
Now has a triceps grip.
He's transitioning all his grips all the time. That's really good because he keeps his opponent confused, you know. Something went wrong there. Oh, the arm, the gi is a little bit long, you know, Shanji and Roger Gracie style, you know, always long gis. Most of the people do the opposite, right? They keep it as short as possible.
Funny fact, Kyle, I had to bring it up. I don't know if you remember, but when Leonardo won Europeans, he won in run through Shanji and took Shanji down. That was a good one.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So let's see
that's
if
nice.
he wins the match, if that's going to happen again.
I think Shanji is going to throw him on the stands. It's going to be a rematch there.
Yeah, not many people take Shanji down, though. And here comes that after winning
Man, that's actually
Europeans.
harder than winning on Europeans, honestly. Going for that K. He's been trying to go for that K for a while. Since the beginning of the match, he goes K and then he closed the guard. Now he's back to the K.
Leonardo doing a good job being heavy there,
that's where Andy likes, huh? He likes that X guard. Anything hugging the leg is Andy's specialty, you know? He hugs the leg, he chases the back.
That was beautiful.
And Leonardo did a good job defending the back take, but, you know, to defend the back take, you have to place your back on the mat, and then you end up giving the 2 points. Now, Andy's really dangerous passing guard.
So heavy. His hips are so heavy for that weight class, especially. You know?
Yeah, look at his foot. And like his feet are like almost as wide as his length, you know. So it gives him a really good base. You can see that Andy plays a lot with feet wide, knees closed. This gives him a nice base. You can watch. You know, if the camera can show you, you start noticing that this gives him a good base, not just to not get swept, but if your opponent tries and moves, it sets up his passing, you know, because it sets up opening the knee and getting a slice. So.
And his feet are flat all the time, right?
Yeah,
a lot of times his feet are flat on the mat.
Unless he's pushing forward, then he goes both toes on the mat. But yeah, most of the positions he gets feet flat because that's what gives him good balance, right? And almost impossible to sweep. Oh, nice try by Leonardo. Good job by Andy sitting back, and that wasn't 2 points. He's looking for the points, but that was not 2 points.
No, yeah, it was just a failed takedown. He tried to take down, didn't accomplish. And one more time, Andy pulling guard and closing the guard, slowing down the game too. He's on the lead, 2-0, 6 minutes left. It's a good position to be in for sure. Leonardo has to push the pace though.
Yeah, and it has to be quick because, you know, he's losing by 2 points, and Andy has been way more active, so he has the win right now. You know, he has to not score only the 2 points, but more than that, you know. So he has to start pushing, has to start moving and doing something to Andy. The match has been having a lot of action, but the action has been coming all from Andy, so it's important that Leonardo, you know, it's not easy to be on second day of Worlds. It's not easy. Definitely. It's a different pressure. If you have ever competed, you know that the pressure is not good. The pressure at Worlds is a lot harder. The pressure at the second day, it's even harder. Nice job by Andy. Good job by Leonardo by trying to stand, but he needs to do more than that. He's gonna have to keep more active. Samir, what would you do now if you were Leonardo?
I would make sure I make my grips. And start applying pressure to open the guard. Stand up with good posture, controlling the sleeves. And yeah, gotta push the pace, 5 minutes. So halfway through, he has to open the guard and start applying some guard passes there to try to at least getting a reaction from Andy. But I would definitely make sure I'm safe before taking the step. Like right now, Andy has his leg, so not a good idea to just stand up from there.
Not a good idea, huh?
Exactly.
Not a good idea. Wrong timing.
Exactly, yeah. So make sure he's safe, make sure he's breaking the grips, make sure he's all safe there. He did a good job now, sprawling out, and now he's looking for his grips to stand up.
But keep it in mind that Andy keeps on switching his grips. That makes it so hard for someone to stand because you don't know what's coming.
Yeah.
You know?
And Andy
like he
knows
has to
to
stand, he has to hold his sleeve, but he doesn't hold his sleeve.
Yeah,
you know, and I
he's
think
trying,
that's the problem.
Every time he's trying, Andy's breaking his grips and keeping him down. Look.
But this is the time to risk, right?
Yes.
There's 4 minutes. That's the time that you can still, you know, get ahead. If it's 1 minute left on the clock and you leave it for 1 minute left on the clock, it will be over.
He should be trying to stand up with the other sleeve if he's not being able to.
They're gonna give penalties. Let's see, they're giving penalties to the blue.
Both of them.
Yeah, but that's I believe that the blue is actually moving.
I think both of them are active. I think that Leonardo is also trying to get the sleeve to see how.
He is, but the thing is that I don't know if he's trying that hard because his posture is so low.
Yeah,
you know, like you said before, he has to have better posture there.
Yeah, and I honestly, what I would do, I would just grab the other sleeve. The other sleeve's there for him, you know. Grab the
Look
sleeve.
at that. Now he did.
Yes.
He finally did what we're talking about. He finally stood.
Okay,
but
good.
again, that sets up Andy's guard, and if he underhooks the leg, take a look. Let's see if he's going to be able to. If he nice attempt of the foot lock, and Andy likes to switch also there to the honey hole as well. You know, so.
That's a good weight distribution by Leonardo. And now that comes back to what we were talking about. Like, he had to...
He's trying to switch to the honey hole. He's trying to switch to the honey hole. 100%. He was not able. Leonardo knows.
Oh, he crossed the foot there. Wait.
He's
I believe he has
leg. He might be DQ.
Yes.
But at the same time, Leonardo was the one that turned. So they're going to have to see in the video.
I saw a rip.
I saw the rip too, but did Leonardo cause the rip or did Andy cause the rip, right? So
No,
that's what I think that they're verifying right now.
Even though if Leonardo rolled to the inside, the leg can't get through. You got to keep that leg on the outside, you know.
But if Leonardo was the one that
even
pushed it in, that's a different story.
That'll be a different story. But I don't think he pushed it in. I think.
Let's see what. Yeah. Our angle here was not as good as the referee sitting on the other side. You know, neither of the 3 referees saw as a rip, but let's take a look again, guys. As soon as we have a winner here, we're gonna try and play we don't want to lose who's going to win this match. We don't want to miss that. But as soon as we have a winner declared, we're gonna take a look again at the.
But
it was a really nice Toho, huh?
No, the transition
was really nice.
The transition was amazing.
Let's just take a look here. And Andy trying to get to the honey hole. You can see that. But you see how Leonardo keeps his leg on the it was Andy.
You see, it was already there, and then he set up the.
But I don't know if it was
Andy won.
I think it was kind of in the middle though. You know,